Alright, I am back with another part of the King Arthur series, and last time we fulfilled our oath to King Philip of France. We served him loyally as a mercenary, we even killed our own people for him. But we decided enough was enough, we have fulfilled our purpose and we were going to move on to our new adventure. I didn't know what it was going to be, but I have now finally come to the decision. If we take a look at all the kingdoms at war, as I've mentioned previously, no one near us is at war. So the only faction that is at war is the Holy Roman Empire. And right now they are fighting Poland. I could travel to the Holy Roman Empire, which is over here. And I could assist them as a mercenary fighting Poland. But to be honest with you, I think that just goes against the purpose of the playthrough. The whole point of this playthrough is we are King Arthur. I don't think it would make much sense for us to just leave Britain, go really deep into Europe and end up fighting in Poland halfway across the map. France was a little bit different because they are literally across the water and the English and French have a bit of a background, you know. But as for this, I feel like it's just out of place for the playthrough. So instead, I have decided I am going to become a vassal for Scotland. We are officially going to join the Scottish. They are close relation to the Welsh. And if we combine forces and start uniting the clans of Britain, we will soon push out the foreign invaders and put a stop to the French and English and retake our lands. So that is going to be the goal. I am going to have to find the King of Scotland. And, well, speaking of the King, he's right next to me. I'm just going to run on over and, well, there is something I would like to discuss, my friend. I would like to enter your service. We're not going to enter as a mercenary. I officially want to become a vassal. Now that is a mighty fine sword. I'm not going to turn down something like that, lads. I am not going to turn down something like that. It's worth nearly 90,000 gold. That is a mighty fine sword. But either way, on the 14th day of autumn, 1101, Arthur Pendragon has officially joined the Kingdom of Scotland. We have sworn an oath to serve the king loyally, and who knows, maybe one day, we're pretty young, there's gonna have to be a new king at some point. Maybe it'll be us. This now means, though, Arthur Pendragon is officially a lord. We are one step closer to becoming a king. What we're going to do now is we're going to make sure the realm is running smoothly, no one has any issues, and all is good. And we're going to prepare for wherever war may arrive. Because let's face it, in this cruel world, war comes sooner or later. I know I said we were going to help the realm and make sure no one had any issues, but I was not expecting to, well, fetch tools for a man in order to get 50 barrels of fish. Alright. I was expecting maybe like protecting the borders, defeating bandits or looters, that sort of thing. Maybe some caravan ambushes against some raiders. But nope, we are bartering for some fish. Well, I have to say, Scotland must be an efficiently run place. I mean, the only quest in this entire area, in every village, settlement, castle, lord, wherever in Scotland, was the man with the tools bartering with fish. That was it. That was the only problem in the entire kingdom. There must be a happy bunch. Either that or everyone's too poor to do anything. It's one of the two. Either everyone's happy or everyone's miserable. But either way, there's not an awful lot for us to do right now. Well, I've just had an idea. Since we have some peace and quiet, we can level up our smithing. If we become a really great smith, we will forge Excalibur, the mighty sword. That is going to be our next goal. Anytime we get a bit of downtime, like now in between wars and stuff, we're going to focus on smithing and work on Excalibur. It might take a while before we become a master smith. I mean, right now I can only hit level 70 and we don't have any additional perks to spend. But I promise you, I will craft the greatest sword the British Isles have ever seen. Well, you've got to start somewhere. We have crafted our very own mace. I mean, it's nothing special, I won't lie. But it is handcrafted by us and it meets the needs of our client. It only got us 100 gold, which isn't really a lot and isn't going to pay the bills. But it's a start. Well, we have been tasked with resolving a family feud and hopefully we can resolve the matter peacefully. No blood has to be spilled this night. And wait a minute, what? Gang leader bodyguard? Are you telling me you've hired a gang? I came here to negotiate, hoping that we could come to a peaceful resolution. But you have brought a gang leader. Or are you the gang leader and he's the gang leader's bodyguard? I don't know. But either way, let's negotiate, my friend. Well, once the guy arrives, come on, buddy. Negotiations are about to take place. Now, I said we were going to negotiate. Let's not open up this peaceful talk with threats of death. Okay? We have managed to pull off a successful point. And now we have a 54% chance of another success. And there you go. See what I mean? No one had to die. Alright. You're free to go. Not even a thank you? No? You're just going to walk away? Alright, I just saved your life, you little ungrateful shit. But I guess that's that. We are done here. Well, it has been a while since we swore an oath to the Scottish King. If you can see by the date, it has been a little while. We have lost all of our influence because we're slowly losing it over time. I have managed to stay on top of the gold by just doing tournaments and stuff. The same old, but I have just noticed if we go to Kingdom Diplomacy, the Kingdom of France has gone back to war with the Kingdom of England. Typical English and French behaviour, they're at each other's throats non-stop. So I was thinking, maybe we start a war with the English while they're distracted with the French. We do the great old Scottish tradition of sacking York. I mean, it's a favourite Scottish pastime. Everyone loves a good sacking of York. But we don't have the influence to begin the war, so to begin it, we are going to have to attack a village and start it ourselves. It's not really honourable, it's not something we do, but otherwise, nothing else is really going to happen. Someone is going to have to kickstart the war if we're going to have something to do. And well, what better way than to attack an English lord? We'll wait for a weak one to come passing by and we'll just jump them on the road. I won't raid a village because that's dishonourable. The farmers didn't start this war, so I don't have anything against the farmers. But as for the lords that swore loyalty to the King of England, well, we have no choice but to capture them. And I have found our target. She only has 40 men and she's quite far north, away from the English army, so we don't have to worry about retaliation straight away. For I am here to deliver you my demands. Alright, that was a bit of a fail. It turns out you can't just attack a vassal if you're not at war with them. It has been nearly a year in game since I swore an oath to the Scottish King. That means 100 days have nearly passed in game, and nothing has happened in those entire 100 days. The only way I can start a war with England is if I raid a village and I have to kill the villagers. I can't attack one of the lords and start it. I've got to kill the poor people. But it's against our character. King Arthur wouldn't slaughter a bunch of innocents. So we're in a bit of a tough spot. What do we do? By the looks of things, in this mod, not a lot happens in the British Isles. Alright, I have decided, just for my own sanity and to try and save this playthrough, I'm just going to attack the English. I'm just going to start the war myself. It could go terribly, it could go great, I don't know. But either way, I am not sitting around for any longer. We have wasted about 150 in-game days, and I have absolutely nothing to show for it. I have literally been recording for the last hour and a half, and I have no footage because nothing has happened. We're gonna take hostile action. We're gonna raid the locals, and we're gonna begin the war. Alright, men, we finally have a bit of action. It has been a while since we last saw a battle. Hey, is my sword curved or am I just seeing things? Anyway, enough of that. I'm easily distracted. We must put a stop to the foreign invaders. We are finally going to fight the Anglo-Saxons. We're going to attempt to remove them from this country and retake our homeland for the Britons. Our Welsh longbowmen should be superior to their peasants. This shouldn't be a problem. We do have some cavalry now, so we can send them to charge. Infantry, follow me, men. Follow me. We are going to engage the infantry in combat. And charge! Attack, men! Attack! Don't let a single Englishman leave the field of battle. We're going to have to cut down every single one of them. And just like that, we have eliminated everyone in this village. The English will soon retaliate, you can be sure of that. I doubt they're going to allow this to go unpunished. Well, we got ourselves a situation. The English have mustered up all of their lords, and there's now over 1,000 of them just crossing the border into Scotland. What have I done? Have I doomed us all? If we take a look at the Kingdom tab, well, it's not great, that's for sure. They almost have double our strength, and if we were to make peace, we would have to pay them 5,000 a day. I may have doomed the Scots with my decision. I have absolutely tanked all of my influence. I don't know why one of the lords decided to just take the army head on. That was a bit suicidal, my friend. I won't lie, that was pretty suicidal. And so it begins. The English have launched their first attack. They are going to attempt to take this settlement from us. If we take a look at the numbers, we're heavily outnumbered. We don't really stand a chance, but we're going to put our life on the line for Scotland. And not only Scotland, but for Wales, for Britain. We must put a stop to this invader once and for all. I'm going to build a ballista, mainly because I really like ballistas, and then every other slot is going to be catapults. Hopefully we can build as many defenses as possible, but we're going to have to see what happens. We're going to have to take down nearly triple our number. And the battle has begun. We managed to get a single ballista and catapult. Meanwhile, they have just a ram and ladders. It's going to be an interesting battle, that's for sure. Alright, men, man the walls. I repeat, man the walls. We must keep the English out at all costs. Excuse me, lads, I need to get to my ballista. Please, please let me up. If we can put a stop to the English army right now and prevent them from taking this settlement, we would have struck a massive blow to the English, and we might actually stand a chance in this war. Alright, my friend, I will be taking over ballista duties. Thank you very much. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna have to put a stop to them one way or another, and I just killed a pilgrim. Alright. If we keep getting kills like this, we might stand a chance. The ram is gone. They have no choice but to use the ladders. This is perfect for the ballista and the catapult. If they line up nicely in a big huddle, we might start absolutely slaughtering them. Alright, men, don't let them climb. Prevent every single Englishman from entering this castle. The Scots and the Welsh, we have to stand together as one, a united force. If we fall today, so will the kingdom. The English are climbing. I can see they're scaling the walls. This is not good. I'm doing as much as I possibly can to thin their numbers. The catapult did a great job in destroying the ram, because if that front gate fell, so will the castle. If we take a look at the power bar at the top, we're doing the best that we can. Does this ballista have a limited amount of bolts, or am I free to fire all day long? Looking at the numbers on this side, we're actually doing pretty good. I think we've managed to defeat them. And look at the kill feed. It is nice and green. Is this it? Are we gonna put a stop to the English once and for all? And well, just like that, the right side of the castle is safe. There is basically no one left to climb the ladders right now. Reinforcements are on their way though, and that's a lot of reinforcements. Can we get some catapult fire, please, lads? Catapult fire would be great right now. I don't know how the other side of the castle is holding up. I've done the best that I can to make sure the right side doesn't fall. But if the left side falls, well, there's nothing I can do about that. Alright, we got more people trying to scale the right ladders. So I am going to put a stop to that. It seems the English have recruited anyone they could get their hands on. We're killing Franks, we're killing English, we're killing Crusaders. We're killing a bit of everyone. But the good thing is, we're killing. That is the main thing. I can't believe how well this is going. And all I've done is sit on this ballista. I have done nothing else this battle. And we have done it. The English are fleeing the field of battle. Men, we have done it. We have struck a mighty blow to the English this day. I don't know how we pulled it off, but we stood side by side till the last man. We refused entry and look at what has happened. We have slaughtered the enemy. The lads are cheering while the English are kind of stuck here. There we go. At least I got to use my sword once. Maybe twice. Can we cut down another man? And we're done here. This battle is over. The English are in full retreat. A job well done. What are you doing down there, lads? Got a bit stuck, have you? I don't know how they found themselves there. I don't know what that guy's doing over there. We don't judge. But it looks as though it is finally over. We managed to kill over 300. We wounded a further 250. And 300 of them retreated. We earned a lot of renown and morale from this battle. In terms of influence, we're slowly doing a U-turn on the minus like 300 we suffered. I managed to take down over 100 men. Overall, great success. We captured over 400 prisoners. We're going to ransom them all. I released all of the lords that we captured as that's what we agreed to do in a previous video. But 17,500 from the prisoners. And if I go to trade, how much can we get for the battle loot? 35,000. Great success. Hang on a minute. I just realized the reason we're getting 35,000 is because that's all the shopkeeper has. We actually have about 50,000 golds worth. So I have decided to sell all of like the bows, the armor, things like that. And as for the weapons, I'm going to keep them because we can smelt them down and level up our smithing. But if we take another look at the Kingdom tab and compare it to what it was before, we have a lot of prisoners. I released all of my ones, but my teammate captured his ones. We even have the King of England captured. In terms of casualties, it is now heavily in our favour. And in terms of strength, we have actually managed to turn it around. We have cut down the entire English army. I am now going to make my way back down south in an attempt to stop any further English armies arriving. We need all the intel we can get. That's going to be our main way of winning this war. Without the intel, well, we're going to be useless. I need to know how many soldiers are coming at all times and where they're coming from. The Scottish army is gathering. I don't know what we're going to manage to accomplish. We don't exactly have the biggest army. This seems to be most of us. But don't worry, lads. I have brought the food. Well, this isn't ideal. We have been jumped by the remains of the English army. They outnumber us by 120 soldiers. Not great at all. But if we stand as one, if we unite forces as I keep preaching on about, I am sure we can put a stop to them. Alright, I have been given command of the infantry. Follow me, men. You want me to form a circle? Okay, we will go for the circle. Whether that'll be the play or not, to be honest with you, I'm not really feeling the circle. You know what? Nope, we're not doing a circle. We're doing a shield wall, lads. Okay, lads, not a super thin shield wall. What is the plan with that? If we form a circle, our circle's going to be like one wide and the English are just going to cut straight through it. We'll have men guarding behind us for no reason. And that being said, I was not expecting the English forces to be here already. Alright, lads, the shield wall must hold. The shield wall must hold. Oh god, it's going to be an absolute slaughter, isn't it? The wall isn't gonna hold. Alright, lads, you're gonna have to charge. I'm trying to make sure the left side doesn't fall right now. The enemy has already flanked us. Alright, how's it going? Are we winning? Definitely not. The line seems to have split into two, though. I'm not too sure what the strategy is here. I'm trying to cut down as many English troops as I can, but I think there's just too many. How are the men holding up, lads? It doesn't look too good from this side, I won't lie. They even have like bog standard peasants. It's just the numbers. The numbers are just too great. Back! Back, I say! Back! I refuse to fall to the English! I will not be taken prisoner. I will not be defeated this day. Arthur Pendragon will fight until he's dead. The English have lined up. They're taunting me. That's what this is. It's a mockery, I tell you. Is there going to be a knight that's going to run past and impale me? Alright, you're going to walk at me with like a 200-man strong wall, is it? Is this how you're going to intimidate me? So be it, lads. So be it. Some of them are chucking rocks at me. They're absolutely mocking me. Okay, now they're running at me with full speed. We're going to run for our life. But I don't think there's much I can do in this situation, to be honest with you. They're actually trying to stone me to death. I'm just going to try and kill as many as possible. Just so we look amazing. And just so they will fear the name Arthur Pendragon. You may have won this battle, lads, but you will not win the war. And I vow to retake my country at some point. It may not be today. It may not be this year. But I promise, you will fall sooner or later. The infantry's ignoring me and the ranged has finished me off. We managed to take down 36 soldiers. We took down about half of the army in total. Just not good enough. This does mean, however, we are now a prisoner. They're probably going to stuff me in the dungeon or something. Nope, I refuse to pay you. You've taken my men. You've taken my homeland. I am not going to give you money. I am not going to pay for you to further torture us. Although we might be free, this Scottish lord has freed us. This is great. If we take a look at the inventory, we're going to have to ditch a horse due to the herding penalty. We're going to have to ditch 2 of them, actually. Not ideal. But if I don't ditch 2 of the horses, we're going to be too slow and we're probably going to get captured. At least now I have a movement speed of about 6 and we can try and make it back to Scotland. We're going to have to run through every village we can find. Recruit every man that is willing to join us. Well, I have managed to rebuild the army. We have the numbers once again. The only problem being 80 of those are recruits. The most basic Scottish soldier you can get. We have a rookie army on our hands, but we do have an army. Or some form of an army anyway. Like if we take a look at this guy, if we were to fight him, we'd probably end up losing. Unless we have backup from someone else. But our goal now is to defend this wall and prevent any Englishmen from crossing. And if they do cross and I can't stop them, we're going to have to find out where they're going, what they're up to, and put a stop to wherever it is. The English have hired mercenaries. That's how desperate they are. Hold on, they've attacked one of our lords. We're going to have to go and assist. Well, that's the village. Bear with me while I try to click on this bloody army. There we go. I think we got them. We're going to help out. We're going to turn this battle around and hopefully put a stop to 2 more English lords. Alright, don't you worry, my friend. Me and my 80 recruits have shown up to assist you in the battlefield. Oh, no. Okay, I didn't know they had a lot of English knights. Alright, infantry, you're gonna have to square. We're gonna have to square as quick as possible, lads. That's a lot of English knights coming to impale us. I've shot one. Alright, cut them down, lads. Anyone who gets stuck in the square does not leave alive. I repeat, they do not leave alive. Alright, cavalry, you're gonna have to charge. We're gonna have to somehow put a stop to these enemies once and for all. Their cavalry is tough though. That's one thing the English have that's superior to us. Their cavalry is unmatched. I'm trying my best to cut down as many knights as possible. Even if I have to kill the horses, anything is a bonus. The men have formed a tight square, so everyone is just getting stuck around the place, which overall is actually great for us. If the cavalry can't charge, we have taken away their best asset. This is how a bunch of rookies took down an English army. This is just like Robert de Bruce. Right, according to the power bar, we're doing quite well. Whether we're actually doing well or not, I don't know. The power bar could be lying. I mean, as far as cavalry goes, I'm not seeing many English knights, so I feel like we might have won. I'm going to tell the men to charge now. We're going to clean up on the remains of the English army. Oh, actually, I only told the cavalry to charge. All of the infantry, attack, men! I think we have actually defeated the English. I don't know how we did it with an army full of recruits, but we did. We defeated the English knights, and there's a camel. Alright, lads. Own up then. Who brought the camel to war? Anyone? Is anyone going to lay claim to the camel? No? I wonder if we'll capture it at the end. It's still alive. Now that we have defeated the army and defended our teammate, we're going to attempt to make it north of the wall. We need to get back to safety. Meanwhile, our teammate is trying their luck, and they're going to raid a village in the south. Best of luck to you. I don't know how that's going to go. But overall, I think we haven't done too bad, to be honest with you. If we take a look at the diplomacy, we still have to pay them to end the war. But we're stronger. We've inflicted more damage. We have half of them locked up. The only thing we're not successfully managing to do is take land. We're not actually taking any castles or settlements from them, which isn't ideal. But we have proven that if we stand together, we could put a stop to the English. I need to turn this influence around, because if I had the influence, I could summon the army myself and tell the men to siege the settlement. But instead, I had to use up all my influence to start this damn war. But that is going to be it for this part of the King Arthur series. We finally got a bit of action. But who knows how the rest of this war is going to play out. We'll just have to find out next time. But as always, a big thank you to the Gwaggles members for your continued support. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, see ya.